Welcome back to Crypto's Juiciest News, baby dolls. First thing we've got to do is address some rumors going on. I want to take some time to address some rumors that you've been hearing about your friend Somi. Don't worry if you haven't heard it yet, it's going to come out more. And look, friends, I'm not going to make any apologies. They are true. I do enjoy balsamic vinegar with my salad. And yes, I drench it. I drench it a lot. Some say too much. I will make no apologies to the soy boys for enjoying balsamic vinegar with my salad. There you go, friends. You heard it from the man himself over there. I do enjoy balsamic vinegar. I enjoy drenching it. Yes, that may upset some people. I want it drenched. That's how I like it. You know what else I want? I want Ethereum's price to go up because the Ethereum ETF is now finally here. Let's go check it out with the Bitcoin price starting as well. Now, I have this mystical cycle of the future. I'm very mystical. I have Donald Trump victory pump and then the recession scam. Everybody thinks it's over. And then I have, woohoo, something happens at the end of the year to mean that the 4-year cycle is now legit. And then something goes on here. Now, that's interesting, friends. There is something to think about that I heard from Mr. Camel Finance. And he put something in my head. And I thought, you know what? We could get the hardest top sell of all time with this. So this is what I want to start with, friends. I know there's Ethereum ETF, all this other news, but I just want to throw this to you. Okay, this is coming from the universe. Like, you know how everyone expects a big drop after the cycle's done? Okay, what if Bitcoin does this? Up, down, up. What if it literally just goes sideways for like 6 to 9 months? Then it finally drops down in like 2026 or something. Deep down in 2026. That's something to think about. Because Bitcoin's getting more mature now. And look how it topped out in 2021. It did not do the traditional blow off top anymore. Look at this. See how it does the parabola? The woohoo, and then you're over. See that parabola? It's because it's becoming more mature. Now it's starting to round off more. It's going, oh, bang. All right. Well, if you roll these forward, friends, you got to imagine. Okay, the top here was 84 days. Even this area here was... This is 2 months, 50 days, okay, around this area. So, you know, 50, 60 to 90 days. What if it goes like, see, that's 2 to 3 months. What if this next one is like 5 months of a top? That's going to literally destroy everyone. It goes up. It's at the top price, but you don't know what's the top yet. It's going to only reveal itself in 5 months from that point. So there's all these alt seasons and everything that comes on. And everyone's like, man, I think it's the top, but it can't be the top because we're not dropping down yet. That'll be the most, that'd just be wild if that happens. Just imagine like July, imagine it's still going, it's in the same area, like into December of that year. Imagine it's still doing this, like, oh my gosh, maybe we're gonna do great. Maybe we're gonna do great. Then it finally comes back down. That's something to think about. It's just, because that would be the toughest, worst scenario of all time. Because I know all of us, right? They want to click sell, they want to get out, and they want everything to all be over. But maybe we won't get it like that. We'll see. Now, friends, the Bitcoin price is around $66,000. I have to tell you now, don't be scared if we get this. If something happens here which scares everyone and then we go up, just don't cheat any bags around here. You don't know what can happen when it comes to this politics stuff. Is it a reason to dump? Is it going to be Mt. Gox? Mt. Gox is selling it out right now, friends. Maybe they literally just go, wee. Just to let you know, we did calculate Mt. Gox, if there's 90,000 Bitcoin being distributed, right? So I think there's 140,000, but not all of them can be dumped straight away. So 90,000. Now, it's going to be distributed over 90 days. If the scenario happens such that people front run and then a 30,000 chunk of that dumps immediately on the first day, the liquidity for Bitcoin would send it down about 10%, just to let you know. So it's interesting that if Mt. Gox comes out and we actually do get this and people are dumping their Mt. Gox coins here and then we go up, that's something to think about. Because, man, what I'm noticing now, friends, is with these crypto news events, they're making you wait longer and longer with each cycle for the thing to play out because Bitcoin's getting more mature. It used to be like, okay, the news happened, we go down, then down, then down, then down, then it happens like that, right? That's how it used to happen. Now, it doesn't happen like that. Now, it's like the news happened. We rotate around 1, 2, 3 months. What's actually happening now? Is it in? Is it priced in or is it not priced in? This is just mature markets. There's a lot of players now. You don't have these quick thinkers. because you have bigger funds, because they've got to TWAP in, TWAP out. They've got to like DCA in, DCA out of bigger positions. So it explains how the maturity is basically playing into it, and it makes it harder to have like a retail read on these. But also interesting as well, Bitcoin's the money base, the most conservative money base of crypto itself. So if you're using it as a real store of value, you shouldn't really be worrying about things like that and predicting it. But you know, ultimately at the end of the day, we're always going to try to, because we know how much it impacts our beautiful altcoins. Now, this is the weekly chart of Ethereum. Ethereum is about 3,480 bucks. This is where Richard Hart's Ethereum price buy is. So we hope that obviously this keeps continuing. It's still red on the weekly. I want to remind you that if we repeated the Bitcoin ETF dropped 20% and then it went up. So that would be 2,700, then it goes up. Doesn't necessarily mean it's going to do that. That's just what's happening right now. The ETH BTC ratio as well, friends, is barely still moving. It is still going sideways. And I want to remind you, yeah, a lot of people have thrown, you know, basically thrown out Ethereum. Yeah, man, I know it's third cycle curse. Third cycle curses suck. But third cycles, you only pump towards the very end, the global liquidity thing, because you're only getting brand new plays. Pretty much every single person in crypto right now has heard about Ethereum. Every single one. So it's just linking up with Bitcoin. The only way you can get new money in is, I guess, if you have price expansion, which is, you know, Mr. Russell, Bitcoin, Ethereum. That's new highs. That's another word for new highs. When we have that expansion out there, that's when everything pretty much starts to roll. This is the Russell 2000, friends. It's still doing the zippity price. It's going to take a while here. Even if we change it to a weekly chart, maybe it's so much easier to see. Yeah, it's going to take a while, friends. It's going to take a few more weeks. Maybe by the end of the year, this thing's going to shoot up. It was funny. We saw an interview by Tom Lee, the crowd favorite, because Tom Lee's always a turbo bull. But he believes that small caps are going to rally 40%. Man, if small caps rally 40% in the Russell, I wonder what that means for crypto. That's a big number. And our guiding star, right? Our guiding North Star is the others BTC ratio. It's still around here. Still, look at this. We need a few more weeks, mid-August. Let's see what happens. Hopefully, once it flips green, we have that 100 days, just to remind you. So everyone knows, man, this is pretty much it. But friends, you really got to decide about some stuff, because like, I know we're just guessing and everything here and there. Oh, we could top out anywhere in the next 12 to 15 months. Yeah, but are you going to be selling if you're only up 4x from here? You have to think about it. Are you only going to be selling? Are you going to be selling there? You have to think, if we only go 4x in a particular coin, maybe it's a higher coin, maybe it's like a PulseChain or Chainlink, would you be selling that? Like, have you attracted enough non-believers to get in? You have to admit that it's not like it's a cycle one coin as well. So we're going to have to cross that path when we get there. There are no real answers. You don't know this. You just have to play to believe. That's honestly what it comes down to. It probably won't just be this amazing, easy, euphoric thing up here. It wasn't even easy back 4 years ago, because when I went back and I checked out the truth about the snapshot, most of the coins in that top 100 4 years ago that everyone knew, which is what the coins they know now, they didn't go on to do these huge, amazing numbers. They just basically matched Ethereum with a plus 50% premium on average. So Ethereum did 11x, they did on average 16x. So if Ethereum now does a 4x to $14,000, if you're matching ETH, you just get a 4x. Is that going to spook you out? Gonna have to just see as it gets closer. Now, friends, we've got some juicy news all over. So Donald Trump says he's not considering JP Mosquito, Jamie Dildo, or Roca Negra, Lizard Fink for the Treasury Secretary. There are all these rumors coming about like, are they going to be, you know, like the pro-crypto people now that they're in? Just to let you know, Lazar is, yeah, he's not a Trump dude. Just let you know, okay? Go look into the deep state stuff. Just telling you, look into the deep state stuff. Look at all the dodgy things, all the other stuff that's going. Roca Negra's involved. So that's pretty much it. And look, we don't know, friends. Like, there's always going to be leaks and people around that you can't trust, but we don't really care about that. You know, that's a constant state. Of course, you're all corrupt, but bribe us more. That's what we want. Bribe us more. So Donald Trump is obviously very, very pro-crypto, and now I'm going to throw this at you. He's going to be speaking at the conference, okay, the conference. But there's rumors now, friends. Rumors are circulating. Kamala Harris will speak at the Bitcoin Convention Center, the conference too. There's rumors going out. Now, here's the thing. I'm pretty sure what's going on is they're sussing out if she should go or not. And I think when they do a bit more research, though, they'll see that 90% of the crowd is going to boo her. And when they see that, they're going to realize, okay, let's just pull out. Let's not go there. So So this is just rumors speculating and they're sussing out. But yeah, it's nothing's confirmed. That's why they never confirm it. They always want to suss out if it's a good look. They always want to have a good look. But in some more positive news with that, Mark Cuban says Kamala Harris's camp reached out to him with multiple questions about crypto. I'm getting multiple questions from her camp about crypto, he said Tuesday. So I take that as a good sign. The feedback I'm getting, but certainly not confirmed for the VP, is that she will be far more open to business, AI, crypto, and government as a service. So, but this could mean a couple of things, friends. I'm going to read for you some potential stuff it means. Shout out to Meta Lawman for these. So would it be a crypto pivot from them? So these are the types of things they could go on. One, do they acknowledge and revoke Operation Choke Point 2.0? I can tell you right now, she's deep state squared. Just a puppet, man. She's just a puppet of the deep state. There's no way they're going to admit Operation Choke Point. No way. We know what's happening. Like you're an 8-time vaxxer. You're just, honestly, you're an untrustworthy person. You're full on sheep if you genuinely believe that there is no Operation Choke Point, which is like, the government obviously got together in the background and they decided to specifically take on crypto, attack crypto, try to choke it from within. We saw that from all the news articles and everything last year, and they're still doing it right now. Another thing she can do is fire Gary Gensler, obviously because both Gary and her share a common trait. They are both after the world's semen supply together. So you got to keep them away. And she could even appoint a crypto industry veteran somewhere. That's possible. She could drop cases against Cripple, Coinbase, Kraken, Binance, Consensus, etc. She could do that. She could sign a pill repealing SAB 121. I don't know what that is, but I'm guessing it's probably the self-custody thing. All right. She could grant a Custodia bank a Fed master account. I don't even know. She probably doesn't even know what the hell that is. So these are the things that she could do. I also laughed here from Lou. Lou says, why did she ask Mark Cuban like he's a crypto guru with a middle finger pointing up? Shit. I know, bro. 2019, Mark Cuban, famous interview, right? I still have my comment on that YouTube video. 2019, he's on YouTube saying, what would I rather own? You know, Bitcoin or a banana? I'd rather own a banana. Bitcoin's useless. These things are useless. Can't do anything. He went from that. Now his target is over $1 million for Bitcoin price. He's like, oh, we're going to go really, really high. He's pumping the bags. He goes, the price appreciation, everything's going to go nuts. So, see, friends, it's it. But you got to believe, man. You really got to believe. Once they see the fun and friendship and kindness and the number go up and the dopamine, they don't go back. No one goes back. They're all dopamine junkies, just like the rest of us. Now, the Ethereum Spot ETF, friends, so obviously the most important thing was the price. The Ethereum Spot ETF has generated over $1 billion of trading volume on its first day. We'll play some nice pump music for that. I mean, we need a pump. Come on, give it to us. Don't dump. Please don't dump. Please, it might dump. Friends, wouldn't it be funny? You could just see crypto Twitter and YouTube going nuts if Mount Gox Bitcoin dumps like they all will. Friends, don't believe them. They're all jeets, man. They're all jeets. Stop believing these people saying, oh, they're all holders. They're all believers. They made it this far. Bro, it's one thing to say you're going to hold, and then it's one thing to see the money in your account and then go like, oh, I could take that money right now and go move into something. It's completely different things, friends. Completely different. I'll believe it once they're all out, and we'll see it. And it would be funny, also devastating, if Ethereum drops more than Bitcoin on the Mt. Gox stuff, because it's basically it's higher beta on it. So that would be interesting if that happens, right? I'm laughing right now. It's like evil laugh, evil. We're having some fun here, just to see everybody lose their minds in that. But man, friends, I don't trust anybody in this industry. They don't know how to price shit. You understand? They don't know how to price anything. It's emotion, it's crack, it's everything in between. They're having orgies with their neighbor, right? It's really hairy and it's sweaty. Do not trust anybody in the industry. Everybody's weird. Everyone's skits. Everybody says hodl, then they go dump 2 seconds later. They're all jeets. I've seen it. 99% of the whole industry is like this. And no, I'm not talking about just like these like low-level plebs. These higher, bigger positioned people, they are jeets as well. Do you understand? A lot of them are freaking jeets. They do overly complex stuff on one hand, and then they do stuff that just makes you scratch your head on the other. I'm telling you now, just don't believe any of them. It's all chaotic randomness. The only thing you can do is believe that the crypto industry is going to grow bigger. That's it. Just believe in your heart. That's what I do. That's literally what I've done. I've seen them all. I have not seen somebody commonly out there like, wow, I'm so impressed by this cohort of people and stuff. And you know what I've also found is the bigger game they talk, the more shit they're full of. Pretty much, that's what I found. Like, okay, Why'd you write that 4-page essay, bro? You went and dumped like 60 days later anyway. You know, I see this time and time again. So even if you do see this, just preparing for this, friends, even though you have Ethereum Spot ETF volume, it's around 20% of the first day volume of Bitcoin Spot ETF. It's basically in line with expectations, and we're waiting for that next leg up. What is that next leg up going to do for us? It's going to hopefully take us towards 7,300. If Ethereum does not diminish and we get a really good case, it's around 13 to 14K for the whole cycle. But that first place is that that fib level. And just to confirm as well, this is a fib level on a regular chart as well. So I like to look at both of them. A lot of people say yes or no, but it's interesting. A lot of people say never use fibs based off log chart. But if you go back to some Bitcoin and Ethereum, it goes and touches exactly some of these fib, actually all of them. It goes and touches them exactly to the T. They're useful. It's just that they're not good for predicting the next one, the next cycle, but they are good basically looking at what fib level they hit in the previous cycles. So you can see they're diminishing, so you can still kind of get a range. And guess what? They kind of say the same thing. And what do they actually say? They say crypto is roughly going to around, okay, 7 to 10 trillion market cap. 7 to 10. So around here to 7 to 10 trillion. If we get up there, I guess we'll see. Now, baby dolls, I have made a video yesterday about PulseChain core coins and altcoins. So many, man. I went through like 30, 40 coins. And by the way, there's like 50 more. And they're all saying the same thing, man. It was funny. Every single coin I went through, everything was stock standard. Chart against Pulse, the speed, there you go. For the chain, everything is down between 60 to 80%. Pretty much. Everything is down 60%, 70%, or 80%. They're in the box. They're in the DCA buy zone box. Buy your favorite ones. There's basically, I went through all of them. You're free to watch it. You can go through and I draw the box everywhere. There are some strong ones out here. I'll just show you, for example, Pika on PulseChain. All right. So it was only down. This is the USD pricing chart, just to let you know. This is only down 37%. But man, what are all these same things? 30, 40, 50. You can't get out anyway. That's pretty much what it comes down to. So down 40% here against pulse ratio. That was like considered super strong. But if you want to look at heaps of the others, like DickWifButt, Pika, Teddy Bear, Tropa, it's the same thing, friends. It's kind of the same thing. So I'm just going to show you out here. There you go. Yeah, down 50, 60%. It's not concerning me. This is what literally every single crypto does. And just to show you, like, it's why they are advantageous if they work out. Big slingshot leverage is because the spear itself is undervalued heaps. The spear is very, very, very undervalued. The ecosystem's undervalued for PulseChain. Now, if you can find other ones out here, most of the tech that they've made for new stuff, friends, has been layer 2 coins. And I might probably make a video. Got to make a video about this later on. They're all VC scam insider ones. They've given themselves, as a flat number, they've given themselves 10 times more tokens than they should have, compared to 4 years ago. So that's showing you how uneven the playing field is for new people coming in. And also, let's play some extended. It's good. Extended angel music, friends. This is gonna sink in, phase in to angel music. All right, I promised one of y'all would do this. Now, this is small cap narratives forming this month. You can see it right here, right? Now, don't worry about these names, okay? Look at them. Meme coin, meme coin, meme coin, meme coin. Look at their numbers, by the way. Look at another one. Gaming, AI deepin, okay? And you have DeFi. By the way, look at this number, by the way. Look at the meme coins, 700%, 300%, 300, 300. Look at gaming, 50, 60, 70, 50. These are the leaders, by the way, 30, 30, 33. You just see meme coins just absolutely blowing everything out of the water, even on this recovery. And yes, you can take advantage of it by continuing to believe, or you can go and try to find this other stuff. Look, friends, I know, man, people, if you do your research, you start to get it. Doing your research means liking and subscribing, watching all my videos. My research is, I'm like, I realize, wait a minute. When they build a product, it looks like it's worth a lot. But looking like you're worth a lot does not mean people will hold your token or want to buy your token at 1 billion market cap starting. So if you build a product like a big layer 2 chain or a gaming stuff, gaming coin, whatever, yeah, on paper, oh wow, I wonder if this is profitable and stuff from a cash flow perspective. They're not. They're not. So people look at it and you think, wow, that might be worth $1 billion. They say that on paper, but what do their actions do? Their actions are not buying that stuff. They're not getting excited for that stuff. They're not memeing that stuff. And games, for example, because games are right next to memes, theoretically. But games, remember, the game studios spend so much money and attention, one, giving themselves all the tokens, and then two, making a game that's going to be done in 30, 60, 90 days. The attention span is really difficult to deal with. Because how do you like wrestle with that? You spend all this time building a product. You're obviously here to get rich, not you, the people who made the stuff. Otherwise, like, you can go make a game anyway. Why do you even need crypto? The truth is, friends, it's not that they need crypto for the product. Most of the time, why do they need crypto? They need crypto to get rich. They need crypto because we are passionate and we're in a blue ocean right now. So you don't have 50,000 games on the Apple App Store competing. You don't have that. You've got a few, and you can motivate people. You can bribe people with tokens. That's why they basically need it. But they're not going to come and say that. They use words like economic advantages. Means you're dumping on people, man. Right? So, look, the market's going to decide. That's it. Market's going to decide. Do you want to keep buying Alex Becker Shield coins at 800 million market cap? Okay. If the market wants to do that, keep doing that. I can tell you right now, they're not. They're not. The data is not saying that they are. The data is saying people are buying absolute new stuff. Chinese Pepe, Michi, Cat Coin, Billy, another dog coin. They don't care, man. They're here to gamble. They're literally here to gamble, and they know it. They're here to financially speculate. I guess we're gonna have to level up the tech if we want to advance the next phase of crypto innovation. But hey, we're still waiting for that moment. Now, friends, I want to change it up a bit. I want to show you BitBoy. BitBoy goes hard. So I think BitBoy, I haven't actually had a chance to read up on all the information. Shout out to Benny Boo, who's a friend of the channel, friend of PulseChain family as well. He's going to explain, there's a lot of people after him.
Told TJ how to set up the business to screw me. I have the email. I have the email. They didn't think I had this. They wiped all this stuff, and I found it in my cached drive. These people, it's huge. Mike Rosenblatt, I said your name, Mike. I said your name, Mike. Andrew Gordon, Michael Brandwein, 20 years ago, his dad started an investment company right down the street. Isn't that crazy? And now all of a sudden, he's doing all the business.
So he's talking about the BitBoy, the ones who basically had stolen it from him. But then he actually snaps harder. Let's go, Benny.
The thief. It's all going to come out in court. 100% of it. It's coming now, TJ. You got a week to give us the documents. It's coming. And I am so tired of it. Alex Saunders gets to be put up on. Meanwhile, everybody, BitBoy's irrelevant now. BitBoy, who cares about BitBoy? Nobody watches this channel anymore. Because the thieves stole money from me and made my life hell. It's real. It's real. Wendy is the one who referred Andrew Gordon to me. I know, guys, and my life is in danger. I'm sorry, my life is in danger.
Really good, man. He's really good at what he does. He's really good at what he does. Now, apparently, friends, there are documents. There's all this conniving stuff in the background. And, man, it looks true. Do you want to know why? Why it looks true? When I was watching the show of BitBoy channel, I was looking around and I was looking at the other workers there. This is like years ago, 2021. And obviously, BitBoy's the entertaining one. And the others, they're just like vanilla. They're vanilla. And on the surface, you just look at it, you're like, oh, I guess BitBoy's the businessman and they're all like nice guys. That's why they're in. That's on the surface. But then, Ben, he has dropped a few stories from his past. And something about BitBoy is, remember friends, BitBoy, I don't know if he went to juvie. No, he might have got an arrest. He used to be an addict. He used to be a drug addict. His life was really in shambles when he was like 16, 17. Really, really young as a teenager. And then he turned his life around. But he connects with people that are a bit... There's a switch. There's a switch there. They're a bit sociopathic. Like that, right? They're just a bit of the wrong people. And I was looking at his office. I remember just looking at the employees and I was like, wait a minute. BitBoy, he always attracts these sociopaths. Why? because he trusts them, because he grew up with people like that. So he's used to people like that. It's almost like, you know, friends, there's always like that shonky guy, but hey, like they're not shonky when the parents are home and they're like good there, but they go do shonky stuff on the weekend, right, with other people. It's kind of like that. And I'm always wondering, would it ever bleed into his life? I always thought that. Okay, well, what are the chances that he's got everything down packed there? But look what they end up doing. They end up smiling to everyone's face and then doing like big backstabbing things, right? And everything got taken down, as you remember. So BitBoy, friends, I think the portfolio, man, his portfolio is like $20 to $40 million at the top or something enormous, maybe $20 million. And then all had to get dispersed. But then it doesn't help. Apparently he was like gambling heaps. So it becomes really, really messy. Hopefully, friends, during this 2021 bull market, hopefully it's next year, I'm just going to throw out reminders for everyone. Even if it's not like complete, if I don't think, hey, we're not euphoric, but get out of your leverage now. Start getting out of your leverage. Take out 130 of leverage. I'll be saying things like, hey, if you have any leverage or position, you shouldn't even have any. But I know we're going to have new people coming in. That's all they know. And at least they're going to have a voice of reason. Because no one was telling anyone else that in 2021. No one was saying that. See, here's the thing, friends. Even if you don't think it's the top, it's always a good idea. Hey, peel off leverage. Peel off leverage. Because leverage, friends, it's so wacky that you don't even need the market to go into depression to wipe you out. You just need this little fear collapse. And so that's going to be very, very important, because I know there's going to be people who are like BitBoy in 2021. They're going to be here next year or the end of this year. They're going to be watching all these other people buy Bit tutorials. They're going to show the green P&L. It's like, oh, I can win a feature on the lottery ticket, and they're going to get destroyed. So I'll be that voice of reason for them. Even though knowing they're not going to get out. But hey, at least I'll be saying, hey, man, if you have any leverage position open, you should get out half. But honestly, friends, I know it's a futile game as well, because when people get out of their profit and then it comes back down and it stops them out, they go, oh, man, I'm down like, 10, 20, 30 grand. I'm going to put another trade and make it back. So your whole mindset is screwed. It is nearly impossible to talk sense into anybody in that state. You just have to let the market rinse them. Which is sad, but it's true. And do you want to know what else is sad but true, friends? A new poll shows Kamala Harris is leading Donald Trump. So this is one of the worst. This is an abomination. I have a clown emoji here. So obviously deep state controlled media, they're lying and saying Kamala Harris is ahead in the polls. Friends, I can't believe how gullible people are. Do you understand? These people are not stupid. They know how to control the population. They know what to do. When they want to rig an election, they will pre-plan the polling from like 12 months in advance. Okay, but people can't think like that, because all they can think about is literally what they're going to have, what video they're going to watch on TikTok in the next 15 seconds. And by the way, from investor mindset, the average retailer in crypto can only think ahead about 3 weeks, 21 to 28 days. That is the average time on Coinbase before people make a move out. In the stock market, it's about 6 months. Okay, so in crypto, it's like 1 month holding time. Crypto retail world is average 6 months. You know how you get an average of 6 months in the stock market world? It means the average the average retailer is holding a stock for 2 to 3 months, and then all the guys, people winning, they're holding for 5 to 10 years. And they're bringing up the average. So the average person can only think around this 2 to 3 month period, where a month and a half in the past, a month and a half ahead. That's all they can think about. They can't think like a year. They can't think 2, 3, 4, 5 years. They're not even thinking about that moment or that point in time. So when an election comes out and it's dodgy and seeing these polls and all this weird stuff coming on, people can't grasp like, oh, they've been brainwashing me for the whole year. They can't grasp that, because all they're thinking about is a month. All right, and then they get over it, and then they have the next distraction put onto there. So this is the type of stuff that I know exists in the world, but it doesn't rile me up at all, because I'm like, oh, you're a loser. You guys will always be losers. You guys are girls, you sheep. You're always going to be losers, but you are the food. You are exit liquidity, okay? You're working in the fiat system. You're a slave to the debt. You have no idea how to escape the rat race, because you're watching the TV that tells you it's not even a race. We're all holding hands. There is no race. There is no hierarchy. Okay, you keep telling yourself that. You keep telling yourself that while these public polls show Kamala Harris in front, but the voting odds still have Donald Trump at 63%. So it's this type of stuff, friends, is right in front. It's right in front of everyone's eyes. Now, the best part about crypto, man, is finally we can actually bet on this and win. Okay, we can actually bet on this and win. You know, friends, how are they doing all of this stuff? through the money printer. Okay. George Soros' son, what is his name? Alex Soros, another obviously deep state squared bug eater. Okay. All of these people, they're not people, friends. They're basically reptilian lizard poops. You know, it's all leading back to the money printer. You know, there is mass scamming going on. You know, there is. One of the favorite statistics I could ever tell you was the majority of Walmart employees, friends, because they get paid the minimum wage, they're costing the government like a lot more than what they actually produce in GDP. A lot in food stamps and benefits required from the money printer. Okay, so basically all Walmart does for America is keep zombies there with a job so they don't go around and run amok for society and they don't go like protest and stuff. But because they pay their workers so low, this minimum wage, the benefits that the government has to provide to them, where's it come from? Money printer. It comes from the money printer. You see? All paths lead back to the money printer. Isn't that sad? It's sad, but hey, that's how it works. How about you buy an item or an asset that they can't print? That's all crypto is, man. That's why you start with Bitcoin, okay? You start with Bitcoin. That's where it all starts. Will they try to steal the election again? Deep state media releasing Kamala Harris polls in the lead is a clear sign of fraud. Okay, so this is one example of how they do it. Look, just go through. They will create the illusion of support for a candidate by pumping them up in the media that they fully control. Next, they'll use billionaires to launder money to the candidate through straw donors on Act Blue. That's one of the Democrat things. It's meant to be $3,300 per person. No, we'll just funnel more. Look how popular they are. There's a load of BS as well. Kamala Harris, they put some fake news that she got $120 million of small voter support. Yeah, bro. Okay. All right. Yeah, we really believe that. When everyone thought Joe Biden was dead. Okay, yeah. Let's go throw money into this. Polling companies work for them, which is true. So there's no issue for them doing that. Just rig the numbers, okay? Just show how transformational the candidate with strong numbers based on imaginary data is. Now the public believes they have a chance. Then they register 8 million illegals to vote. They don't need them to actually cast a ballot and risk getting caught. They just need that name on the voter roll so they can fake the ballot paper. The deep state, the fancy bananas investigators, and the Department of Jelly Beans up here, right? The fancy bananas and the Department of Jelly Beans won't even open investigation. As we saw right now, they're going to investigate anything. The fox eats the sheep. You ask the fox to go investigate. Hey, who killed the sheep? If any judges start getting a little too close by allowing a trial show evidence, that judge gets a threatening phone call. That happens all the time. Okay, they do stuff. They threaten stuff. They find some dirt on someone. They got info on everything, friends. They could literally count the hair on your genitals. They can literally count the hair on your genitals. They go, hey, go look up this person. Let's go check his emails. Find something from the past that they sent. They always find dirt. There's teams of these people in the background to do this. And there were even, friends, there are politicians, their children, so after the politicians passed away, they will leak out to the media. Obviously, it doesn't make it to the media. You have to read the newspapers and stuff. But they'll often say, it's been going on for decades, like, they say, yeah, let's say they have a father who's like running for the state or whatever. They go, yeah, my father got in, but he told us once that, he had a talking to. They took him into a room and they brought out some stuff of the past. Now, here's the thing. The family, it's rare for the family to know why, because a lot of the times these politicians, the stuff they were doing, like, they were seen at a strip club or they were cheating on their wife. Hey, we found these phone calls. Why are you taking these visits out here? Does your wife know that you went to like Thailand in between this trip? Does she know that? So the kids can't know. But sometimes there are these like little leaks and stories and stuff coming in here. And then you put all these together, you realize, oh wow, they've been doing this for like 60 years. Once you get enough in position and power, friends, they just sit you down in a room and they go, hey, who's Shirley? Okay, you're going to play ball, right? Okay, just checking. That's it. So they don't threaten you. They just let you know that they know about, hey, we know this chick is anyway. Wink, wink, wink. Would be a real shame if I found out. Don't worry, we're not going to get there, right? That's it. Then you walk out. They never have that conversation ever again. They know they're puppets. So what can the people do? Well, I mean, I love watching everyone and them when they get rolled up and they protest and stuff. I mean, it's great, but you know what's better? beating everyone in the rat race. I think that's the best thing, friends. You're seeing the Ethereum Spot ETF. They can't print more ETH. They can't print more Bitcoin. They have to mint them in an honest way. Okay, honest for as long as we know. So where's the money printer liquidity going to end up? It's eventually going to end up there. We are the movement. So these people on top, there's only like 200 families and stuff out here. There's limited number of these rich, powerful people, and we're all the rats pretty much compared to them. But we're in this new system. Let's see what plays out. Meanwhile, we're having fun here though, right? The dick still has a butt. Dick with butt. So I know it's funny. How do we go from that? You're like straight to memes. Well, you know how the path is, friends. Okay, Bitcoin, we're not early anymore, man. We're not early anymore. I hope it goes to 200K. I hope we get a 3x out of it. I really do hope. We're not early to these anymore. You know you're not early to these anymore. To change your life with less than... See, friends, if you want to retire off Bitcoin, you probably need 5 years of savings invested in it. And then it does a triple. Now you have 15 years. Okay, but you got to pay tax. Now you're down to 10 years. All right, maybe you won't even retire. If you have 5 years of savings left, it's very unlikely you're going to retire when you just have 10 years. You see, how are you going to retire in Bitcoin? You probably need 2 cycles. You probably need 2 cycles. So how much do you want to invest? It's completely up to you. Just know that, hey, you go through every altcoin, 50 to 80% down. I've made all the competitive edge requirements listed in my ultimate bull market strategy video. You can go and find that part 1 and part 2, friends. Remember, 1, go on chain. 2, find an active community. 3, information asymmetry. You have to look for an information asymmetry, something you know the market hasn't woken up to. So, for example, PulseChain 170,000 ETH. For example, I have a fluffy monkey phone, so he might front run KOLs. Or, you know, hey, this KOL is growing. Maybe Somi's a unicorn himself. Maybe he's going to have 300,000 people one day. Whatever he likes, maybe that goes up at a bigger voice. That's just one example. Another thing, you have Coinbase. You know, Coinbase are going to seamlessly allow Bitcoin to shitcoin trading straight away through their chain, base chain, okay? Using the exchange Coinbase. So that's your three big ones, okay? There are obviously other information asymmetries, but people aren't telling me about it. They're not telling you about it. If you know any, please share. But, you know, a lot of these shorter term stuff, they don't share because there's a lot of scum out there and they're just selfish. Okay, so I've shared these with you. And then obviously the 4th key information is about the developers. But be careful about developers because Solana's developer count has dropped 20% in 2 years. Yet, it was the unicorn return winner and meme coins on it have blown up. So that's something to think about. But Coinbase now have the number 2 biggest developers in the industry. So maybe that's an idea that links up with your information asymmetry. I guess we'll find out. Like, subscribe, belly button, all. Don't forget he loves you. Catch you in the next one.